All right. So last time on Dragon Ball Z, y'all were trying to figure out a couple of things. One, how to remove the spot from Seraphina. You were given a list of ingredients on how to do so,
Right.
and you were going to spend the first day of the 3 days going out to get those things. Sam, you were going to head and actually reviewing the plans with Yolanda and the secretary of the church in order to go ahead and get more detail down. Gragnar, you said you were working on both your long-term week-long project as well as individual projects trying to make bombs that were still good, but not nearly burn down your boat good.
I think the exact words I used was ghetto C4.
Yes, basically ghetto C4. And we will work on that because y'all are going to be able to essentially, once those things are done, which will take a day to 2 days, the third day is essentially y'all prepping and getting it all ready. So we're going to start off with Seraphina and Phraan.
Okay.
As they are out and about. You woke up that morning and essentially got together. Everyone had breakfast. Let me ask, on the first morning, what are y'all doing?
Well, out of character first, who did you get the list to? Because I don't remember getting a list.
Phraan was given the list.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I have the list. It was gonna be me and Sam going into do like
shopping.
Yeah, well, not shopping. We were gonna go to the boats, and we were going to get a feel for what we needed to do and what we needed to prep for. And I was also going to talk to one of the guards and essentially talk my way into letting them.
That is day 2.
Checklist.
That is day 2.
Yeah.
Day one is trying to remove the spot.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna go down the list of things that we're gonna need, and I'm gonna be awake before Calypso is, and I'm gonna be like not sitting at her bedside, but like off on the side.
And I'm over there just fucking like Anna in the beginning of the first place.
So I'm gonna be sitting off to the side reviewing the list of things that we need. DM, can you send me that list so that I am aware of what I need?
I will read it. I would read it off to you.
Oh, okay.
You need.
One second. Okay.
You need holy water.
Okay.
Okay. At least 2 liters of it. You need at least 50 gold.
Oh, I have that. Okay.
Okay. You need 2 platinum.
Don't have that. I can get that though.
You need sage.
White sage or green sage?
White sage.
Gotcha.
You need 6 candles.
Okay.
A scroll unwritten on. Because you'll have to write the sigil that is drawn inside the book that was given to you.
Gotcha.
Because A gave you pretty much all the stuff you need for that. And you'll also need, blood of the person affected.
Gasp.
Specifically taken from where the black spot is. Eventually you'll stab where the black spot is and draw blood from there. As well as a trinket from the person who caused the black spot.
We have the book.
Yep.
You still have the item that branded you.
Wait, I do?
Yes. You said as it branded you, you basically dropped it, and then when you went to leave, you grabbed it.
Yep.
Because the item was destroyed, but you wanted to keep it just in case because you were worried about it.
What was I'm trying to remember.
It was kind of like a medallion thingy, right?
It was a medallion with a black mirror on the back end.
Yeah.
A scrying mirror.
Oh, wait. Was this the thing that I got from that guy that we
interrogated? Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It was a medallion with the church's symbol on it.
Is that
you dropped it? You dropped it and you said that you...
Because I didn't know that was the thing that gave me the black spot. I thought it was someone.
You needed the item that is tied to someone, the person who gave you the black spot, and that's the item that you have.
Okay.
Okay. You also, Phraan, you also need about another $150 worth of incense. Or 150 gold.
I was like, I don't have dollars.
I'm sorry, 150 gold.
What are dollars?
This is a fairly expensive thing to do. Like,
I have 75 gold.
Don't worry about money.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what we will do is, you have that list.
Yes.
All right. So right outside the church is a large market, if you guys recall. And Sister Yolanda stated that pretty much everything on that list you can get from the market.
Right.
Okay. So as you were sitting there, Phraan, you are sitting in the chair. Does Calypso, did you know that Phraan was going to be in your room that night?
What? I thought we were all in the same room.
I thought we were all in the same room.
The girls have their own room. The guys have their own room.
What?
Oh.
That makes no sense. I thought we were all in the infirmary and we were all talking with each other.
No, y'all just finished the infirmary the day prior.
Oh, I don't recall that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that wasn't talked about. I think you might have thought it, but I promise you did not tell us that.
So y'all left the infirmary, and that's when all the plans for everything started being discussed.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Because I remember my bullshit with Garem, and then
there was a whole session after that.
I was gonna say the last thing that was talked about was literally us still with Yolanda, and then we ended it with us saying we're gonna get the stuff on the list. That was what I remember of the ending.
Okay.
So Sam and y'all had left, and then Sam went to talk to Yolanda about the boat. So y'all were discharged because y'all were able to get your clothes and everything out of the drawers.
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay.
But I will take your word for it, DM. I promise you I don't remember hearing any of that.
I don't either, but it's fine.
I will say, as part of, just another person that was part of that specific scene, I do remember the part with Yolanda, and she gave us, the model of the boat.
Yeah.
And everything. I remember that, but afterwards, I don't think we actually proceeded onward much from that, because we were already kind of cutting short on time.
Yeah. So y'all had left. Y'all went down to see Yolanda and the secretary in the secretary's office so that she could show you the boat. Because if you remember, she also showed you guys her collection.
I think what we're trying to say is you never told us that we had our own rooms. That was what we're all trying to say. Nobody remembers that.
Okay. So y'all were told that the boys had one room and the girls had another room once you're discharged.
Oh, I mean that's besides the point now. We know that now. I'm saying no one remembers. That's it. You don't have to keep telling us that.
Where do kobolds go?
With me. He hangs out with me.
In the garbage.
So then I reinstate. I will be sitting outside of Calypso's room. I would not be a creeper and sit next to her fucking bedside, knowing that she has a private room, Aaron.
Phraan sitting there, like a Twilight vampire.
Ew, ew! How fucking dare you dishonor me like that?
Oh fuck! Hold on,
How fucking dare you?
What are we waiting on?
Huh?
Demon?
Oh,
he got a raid.
Yeah, I got a raid.
All right. So while he's getting that raid, Calypso, you wake up, and what's the first thing you do when you wake up?
What's in my room?
You see that Sam is asleep as well. You see that there is an empty bed where Vieira was sleeping while you guys were being taken care of. There's a candle that you had lit as you went to bed and forgot to turn out, so it burned out completely. There's a window and a bunk. Under your bed is a chest that you can put your extra things like tools, clothing, things like that. Then there's a desk. And on that desk is the letter that Vieira left you, as well as a glass of water that looks semi-fresh with a note underneath it.
I wonder who that's from.
I get up and I'm going to look at that note.
It's from Garem. It says, "Here's your water. I'm going back to bed."
Okay, I guess I'll just kind of sit there and like kind of smile at the note and then just chug the water and then go do my thing.
All right. As you open the door, you see Phraan sitting there, legs crossed, as he's looking through the notes and kind of checking off the things that he'll need. You recognize, Phraan, that the 50 gold is something that will be absorbed by the spell, while the $150 or 150 gold worth of incense is something you're going to have to burn. And you have this kind of flashback to the last time something like this was done, where so much incense were used, and you just remember your eyes watering at like 13, and it being like really, really, really strong.
It's like, ugh.
And it's like, this is why you prefer to do like the charisma thing rather than the hands-on with the magic thing.
Yeah, I'm not. You know what? It's fine. And he's like talking to himself too. He's like, yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, okay.
I don't know what's fine, but I don't think anything's fine.
Oh, I was just going through the list. Hello! It's nice to see that you're awake. And he'll get up and give her like a nice little bow. Are you ready to go shopping?
Sure, if you're ready. Do you want to go bother Garem and see if he wants to come?
So let me just say that when he came to give you the water, he gave me the look of, I'm going to kill you. So I prefer
But he
not
always
to.
gives you that look.
Yeah, this one was a little more serious, and Yolanda's not around today to help me out, so I would prefer to stay out of his way.
Phraan, in your head, you see the you see Garem standing there with like check marks unchecked, representing the chances he has to get you.
Yeah. It's just like a quick flash, and he's like, anyway.
It's like a cartoonish, chibi version of Garem. It's like with his thumb going across his neck, like, your neck.
Phrán's just like waving, hi. So yeah, it looks like it's just you and me today.
She's gonna. Did you say Garem was there or no?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can go do our thing.
All right. Why don't you freshen up really quick? I'm gonna go talk to Gragnar really quick, and we'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Sure.
All right. And so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to my room where I allowed Gragnar to be. Okay, because they can't just throw him in the trash. Okay. He has free roam of my room.
So as you walk in, I'm going to describe exactly what I'm expecting, and then Gragnar, you can say yay or nay. You walk into Gragnar still awake, dog tired, add a layer of exhaustion.
I have not gone to sleep.
Add a level of exhaustion to your character, and then on top of that, he is sprawled out with like a full set on the desk and on the floor in front of the desk, like all his gear. And you hear popping and bubbling noises. You hear the sound of whistling. You see that there's got to be at least 4 different like things he's doing simultaneously. The definition of like ADHD incarnate. He is jumping between them fairly quickly, and he's literally jumping on the table, checking a few things, taking notes, jumping down. And despite the chaos of how it looks, it almost looks like a scientist doing some work. Like it almost looks like a genuine person who isn't committing a war crime, studying something.
Hey, Gragnar.
What?
Yes, hard at work, huh?
Something like that.
So, I have a favor to ask of you.
Shoot.
I have done you many favors, and I do plan on giving you more favors. I only ask for a request, and you will be paid back post-haste. May I borrow 2 platinum pieces?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome, thank you so much. And he'll hold out his hand, and he's like, as a symbol of, good graces, what would you like of me to show that I will pay you back? The only thing that's off limit is my monocle. You are not allowed that.
Fine. I mean, you have literally gotten me, how many fucking barrels at this point? 3?
And I could get you more.
Yeah, keep it. You don't have to pay me back. I don't care.
Okay, perfect. Then I will see you later. That's one thing off of my list, and then I can take care of the rest of the amount. But if I do need your help, I may be seeking for your help later.
I'll try and not blow your room up.
Oh no, feel
No
free
promises.
to. It's caught on fire at least 3 times before, so it's not a problem.
I feel
And
like
as he says that, he points to like the corner where you can see fresh paint. Like it's discolored. It's not fresh. It's discolored. Like they tried to match as best they could, but like there's very obviously like a corner of this space that had like
a super
fire
patchy
and
job.
Yeah. Well, like it's very obviously somebody who wasn't skilled enough, aka Phraan, was trying to cover the tracks of some fire damage he might have caused.
I tried practicing some magic. Did not go well. I'm not very skilled with pyro.
Okay, that's well and good, but I feel like if this goes wrong, it'll be much bigger than that.
Oh, that's fine. The castle or the church is pretty durable, actually.
I mean, he's basically dealing with magical nitroglycerin, so.
Well,
Like
I
I
will
said,
see you
we'll
later.
see
Would you
what
like
happens.
anything from the shops? I can grab you something to eat.
Oh, yeah. I am all out of food. I need more food.
You're all out of food?
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. If anybody ever pays attention, every time Gragnar is given food, he immediately eats all of it.
And he's gonna reach into like his satchel really quick. I have 3. Let's see. I have 3 halflings bread here, and he puts them in front of you. That'll hold you over for at least a day or 2. All right, bye, and he'll leave.
Gragnar, if you eat one of those halflings bread, you are immediately full and unable to eat anything else. Even your hunger is satiated by it.
Yeah, halflings bread is fucking awesome.
I also got to meet the guy who came up with halflings bread. I chat with him on TikTok and stream with him now.
Shit. Well, he's definitely gonna eat one of them and then just be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with the rest of these? and just like puts them like on the counter somewhere. Because he doesn't save food. So
now I'll go back to Calypso.
I guess while you're doing that, is Sam in the room or no?
Sam?
Yeah.
Sam,
are you in the room?
Did you stay in the room or did you stay downstairs with the secretary all night?
I thought you said I was asleep, so I'm assuming I'm asleep.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you are asleep right now. As Calypso leans in, you were up late pretty much, setting up scheduling, trying to figure out ideas for how to get on the ship. I'm hearing an echo.
Is that from me?
It might be. I don't know.
Hold on.
Hello?
Hello?
That sounds better. That sounds better to me anyway.
Oh, yeah. It sounds better. There's no echo. So as Calypso leans in to check on you, you kind of roll over, and that's when you wake up. You see Calypso standing in the door and Phraan kind of right behind. What do you do?
I'm just gonna like very narrow-eyed look at her because like what time is it? Like in the day? Like would you say?
Probably about 8:30 in the morning. Right? Like you can hear the market is up in Adam. They get started about 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
So you can hear the market outside the church. You hear people, you hear birds chirping. It's very much like 8:30 in the morning.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at her narrow-eyed. I'm like, ugh. What are you doing? What time is it? What the fuck?
I don't know, but we're about to leave to go shopping. Do you want anything?
Oh, aspirin. That'd be great.
Can't you just get that from Yolanda?
I mean, I guess, does she have aspirin?
I assume so. We're in a church.
She does have aspirin.
Well, wherever you can get aspirin, just give me aspirin and ale. That'd be great.
You want
ale
for your hangover?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As much as I drank last night, I can't go straight to water. I will
you could have stopped
implode.
it straight.
That is none of your goddamn business.
I believe it is.
Like I'd like it to be. But yeah, aspirin ale, please. Thank you. Have fun.
Okay.
I remember what I needed.
As
And
you-
this
Gragnar like running down the hallway.
I'm also gonna.
What the fuck was that?
That would be.
Y'all just hear. Y'all just hear.
Okay, wait.
So-
I remembered I did need something.
Yes.
Okay, bring me literally the strongest alcohol you can find.
Oh. Okay. I can do that.
So
Alcohol,
Hey,
something.
you drinking with me? We can double team this, dude.
Oh.
Oh no, I was just gonna.
So I guess
I was-
as we're walking
I was gonna
away,
blow it up.
as we're
Oh.
walking away, I'm gonna call out
Double
to.
either way.
As we're walking away, I'm gonna call out to, I guess, Garem's room. I don't know if he's awake or not, but
Oh,
be like, "Oh,
God.
bye,
As you-
Garem. I'm gonna go make terrible decisions with Phraan."
As you turn around.
No.
As you turn, hold on. As you turn around, you go to say this, and it comes out of your words. Your words come out of your mouth before you fully turn around, and you lock eyes with Garem, looking at you very tired. He looks up at Phraan.
Hi.
He looks down at
Garem.
Gragnar.
I technically
going
didn't do
to
anything this
offer-
time.
I know. I was going to offer, because I need aspirin, that I was going to get the aspirin and the ale for Sam. Phraan.
Yep.
Phraan.
Sorry, my brother came in my room. What happened?
Garem is there.
Phraan.
Garem.
And he places a hand on your shoulder, and he gently kind of squeezes, kind of like just a gentle. It's not harming or anything.
Right. For now.
You're removing the spot today.
Yep.
Good, great.
Uh-huh.
Simply put, don't do anything that would make me consider your death more valuable to the team than your life. Sound like a plan?
So in other words, don't piss you off because I don't think I could make that promise.
Okay, I can do it for you.
Phraan.
Oh.
Phraan. And he takes his hands on your cheeks,
Oh.
Phraan, and he pulls you in and he puts his word to yours. I'm always pissed off at you. That's my secret.
Oh. Take
That's
me
my
out
power.
to dinner first, big boy.
And he lifts you off the ground by your head.
It was a joke.
But understand. I
Daddy,
don't hate
no.
you. But if you do anything to harm Seraphina, I know you said she's hot, and I have to deal with that one way or another later. But just take care of her while I rest, please.
That's the plan. We were just gonna
Thank
go
you.
out.
like-
He just, like,
I feel-
he lets you go, and you just drop about 5 inches.
I feel like harming is not the problem you need to worry about.
Oh,
But I got shit to do. You have a nice day.
No, you have a great one, Gragnar. Yeah, no, Seraphina, you can fuck whoever you want. I'm just saying, have standards.
I
And
want
he
you to
turns around
know
and
when
walks
you
away.
say that, Phrán's face is as like straight faced as possible. He makes no reaction.
I don't remember saying I was going to do anything with Phraan, but okay.
You don't have to. That's fine. You don't want to. I'm all for that. Believe me. And then he proceeds to just tirelessly go down the opposite flight of stairs so he can get the medicine. Like, he's so far done and gone. You ever be so tired that sleeping actually makes it worse?
Yes.
That's where he's at right now. He's not rested at all. He is drained of all energy, but he has enough to kill at least one person today if necessary. So, you know. Anyway,
Bye.
what are y'all doing next?
Shopping.
Yeah, that.
I feel like Phraan is like shopping, right? Yes, shopping. All right, so y'all actually say your goodbyes and you head down the stairs. Gragnar runs to his room. Sam is hiding underneath her pillow, trying her best to not let any bit of sunlight come in.
Yep.
The curtains are closed, but it's like every now and then you get like, you know how curtains move and you get that one ray of light that just so happens to hit your eyes.
Oh, Rose, you missed a prime opportunity.
Oh, what did I do?
What a glorious morning. Makes me sick.
Makes me sick.
So as
Oh, damn it.
we can say you say that under your breath. You know, after
Sure.
everyone kind of leaves. Go ahead, say it under your breath like you're frustrated and muzzled yourself with a pillow.
Okay. Damn it. What a glorious morning. Makes me sick.
You kind of kick your legs. You kick your legs. You kick your legs a little bit and it turns your stomach just wrong. You're like, oh. Fuck.
Oh shit.
So, yeah, shopping then?
Yeah, let's go
So-
before anyone else decides to kill you.
You know, a lot of people want to kill me, and I'm kind of used to it by now. He doesn't
One of-
necessarily scare me. I'm not scared of death, but he's very overprotective of you. And I respect that.
As you say, like a lot of people want to kill you, you can hear like one of the nuns down the way as she walks by you.
Thanks,
and y'all
Janet.
proceed anytime, fucker. And y'all
we used
go
to
ahead and
date.
walk down. Worst decision of my fucking life.
I treated you
And-
right.
And 3 other girls.
I treated them right too. I never said I was exclusive. Oh, we should go. And he like picks up Calypso
Yeah,
and leaves.
as you go to run down the stairs, she kind of turns around real quick. It's like if she could throw her shoe, she was like getting ready to get her boot off and be like, y'all jog down the stairs at an alarming speed and come to the front of the church. People are coming and going as they are actually talking with several people inside. You see Sister Yolanda at the door as you approach, and she's talking with with what looks like both a merchant and a city guard.
Mm-hmm.
And Yolanda waits to y'all to come over real quick.
Oh,
What's going on?
I'm not sure. She needs us over there. Follow me. And he'll like hold up his arm for her to like lace through so he can walk her over. Kind of like he's a guide.
Yeah. Sister
to me?
Yolanda.
Yep.
Oh, she just kind of stares at you for a minute and be like, I'm good. And she just walks.
You lace your arm and she just kind of matrixes around your
He kind
arm.
of smiles and he's like, God, that makes you so much more attractive. He just follows her.
As you two get up close, you can hear Sister Yolanda like making some promises and things like that. And the city guard is sitting there. He's smiling. He's big, grinny smile. And he looks at you, Phraan, and he goes, "So is this the guy who's gonna pay for my drinks tomorrow?"
I'm sorry, what?
And your Sister Yolanda looks at you and winks.
Yes, I am.
Oh man, I'm so glad you're willing to cover the entire second shift for this district. I mean, that's a lot of money to promise. That's for sure. But we plan on hitting up the bar next door. And he points to what is known as the mess hall of the church, which is that kind of on the map. It's that long red building.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember that is in fact like a bar that people can buy from and will fund the church essentially. And the drinks aren't cheap.
And he
Sister
like
Yolanda said that you would.
He just smiles and he's just like, of course. What kind of gentleman would I be if I didn't offer to pay for everyone's drinks? And he like
Even
slowly
mine?
glances at Yolanda.
Of course you pay for yours. No real gentleman makes a lady pay.
No, of course.
Yeah, Phraan.
Anyway, I just want to say thank you. And he comes over and he shakes your hand and he says, "We'll talk the details tomorrow, right?"
Absolutely.
All right. And he shakes your hand. He gives you kind of a knowing wink and walks away. And the merchant giggles a little bit. Yolanda said you were only paying for half of their drinks. He played your ass. As a merchant, he should have been one. Anyway, my name is Fredericksburg.
Fredericksburg?
Yes, Fredericksburg.
Nice to meet you. I'm Phraan, and
First name
this
Frederick,
is
last
my
name Bird.
friend Calypso.
Oh,
Hello.
friend. Mighty pretty friend you have there.
I know.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
Because you're hot. Deal with it. Go on.
I mean, I've personally seen you around with the very beautiful sea-dressed lady.
Oh, that's Sam.
You sound like someone who might be able to help me later, but that's beside the point.
We'll talk.
Yes, most definitely.
She likes
It would be
strong
nice.
and women.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Oh, hi, Sam.
And he goes, yeah, Sam is standing right behind you. Sam's got like two Advil and a fucking glass of meat in their hands. And Garem is standing right there with like 6 Advil in his hand.
I am starting
Really
to
picking
believe
fights,
that
huh?
I'm being watched.
Yo, let's just go to the diner and get some food. And that's Garem to Sam.
Right behind you.
And then the 2 adults head out.
Bye.
As you're sitting there, the merchant was like watching Sam walk away, and Yolanda snaps his face. He goes, "Ah, my bad." And he goes, "Well, I'm not the strongest." And he holds up his arms, and he's very, very thin. Like you couldn't quite tell before, but as he lifts his arm, his sleeve like falls to his elbow.
Well,
I'm probably not her type, unfortunately. But I was told that you would need some barrels.
yes. Yes, we
Okay,
will.
I will be there tomorrow for the free drinks and meal. And he just kind of grabs your collar and he like fixes your collar up a little bit. And he grabs you on the shoulders. And we'll talk it then.
I
Since
don't
you're covering
remember
everyone.
agreeing to a meal. I said drinks.
Oh, don't worry about it. And he turns to Sister Yolanda and she smiles. And he smiles as well. I'll have the paperwork ready by then.
Okay.
Therapeutic is
And
gonna kind of stand there and lean into Phraan. Just like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't either, but play along.
And Yolanda said, "Very well done. I was able to go ahead and get the second highest rated guild to actually go ahead and give us the paperwork for the barrels. The ones that are supposed to be covering the food, which means that this won't look like something's off. Everything will look as legit as possible. But you have to negotiate the deal."
I can do that.
Good. I'm going to go and sleep, because getting the head of an entire guild and the captain of the guard for this area in one place at the same time in less than 24 hours means staying up all night and making a lot of promises.
Why didn't you just ask me for help? I would have done it.
Because you're helping me right now.
Yes, you were busy researching. I went to check up on you last night, and you were sitting in front of her place, going through all the details in the book.
Well.
Wait, were you sitting there all night?
No, not all night. Look, Garem left.
About you.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. We should go.
Yolanda leaned in for that and then pulled back up real quick and went, Yes, I'm going to go enjoy a meal myself. Goodbye.
Hi, Thrick. Hello, Blastelion. Sorry.
As
chat.
Yolanda leaves, you look out and you see that the market is fairly busy despite it being early morning. It's actually Saturday morning in this town.
Okay.
And so it's going to be like a very busy farmer's market. You all see, for instance, that there's these 2 buildings that have hay on the top of them. You see them on the map, but they seem to be selling spices and herbs that you might be able to find some of what you need. There's one that seems to be selling vegetables, another that seems to be selling clothings and fabrics and dyes as well. And then there's one that is the kind of two arched roofs, and they're selling a mix of meads and drinks and alcohols, as well as like fresh hops and things like that, so you can make it and brew it at home.
Anything with like magical properties?
So you need sage and things like that, which you could find at the hay-covered market.
Hello, Cerberus.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to chat.
What about wait, wouldn't we be able to make incense out of like herbs and shit?
We would have to have medicine, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. I have a +1 in medicine, but we would still need the herbs and stuff. I don't have the herbs, unless you do.
Okay.
I don't have any herbs.
Okay, so then yeah, we
So-
would have to go and buy them.
So you all, which market do you want to visit first?
First market. I think we should go down the list of like the items that we need. So
Well, the holy water we can get at the church, right?
Well, they're not that kind of church. That's the
Oh,
thing.
right.
They do have holy water there.
They do? Okay, well then yeah, we
As
can
a
get that
as a
from the
church.
I was
As
gonna say
holy
it's a
place, they would have
church.
it.
Well, yeah, but they're they're a church for the merchants. They're not like a holy. You know what? It's fine. Anyway, we have the 2 platinum. We have the 50 gold. White sage. Let's go get the white sage, and the 6
Okay.
candles.
All right. So as you go up to that would be the first one with the hay tops. You go up to them and you ask them for the white sage, and they ask you how much you need. And as you look through your notes, you're like, "Ooh, about 3 pounds."
3 pounds.
That's a lot of white sage.
That is a lot. Well, any extra we can always give to the church. So, how much?
For 3 pounds of white sage, I can give you a discount actually on the market price. And he goes ahead and he puts it together and he starts looking through. It's actually all the white sage I've got here. I'll take this is a mixed batch. All right, so it's good white sage, like really pure, and then kind of just regular white sage. I'll say 2 gold. 2 gold will do it.
I could do that, and I hand him over 2 gold.
All right. And he sits there, he pockets it, and he goes ahead and bags the white sage for you. He's like, I also have some odds and ends, some waxworks if you're interested.
If you could just toss that in with the amount that's necessary. We really only need 6 candles, and he looks at his list really quick.
All right, a bundle of candles. I can do that for you. And he pulls out any particular kind, fat candles, white wax.
Honestly, a white candle would be perfect, because that can go with any ritual that we need.
Ritual. Oh, all right. You running errands for the church.
Absolutely. Sister Yolanda had me personally.
Totally for the church. Yup.
Phraan like looks at you.
Yeah, the merchant and Phraan just both look at you.
She's new to town. She's
I'm
not used to
drunk. Don't mind me.
See, I have to escort her around. But anyway, yes, Sister Yolanda had specifically requested that we get a few candles for some ritualistic things that they need to do for the goddess.
Well, if it's for Sister Yolanda, how about these? And he pulls out 6 white candles with golden inlays.
Ooh.
Ah, beautiful. Actually, can you go ahead and make that a good 7, just in case?
Of course. And he goes ahead and he hands you a dozen of those candles
Oh shit.
in the bag, and he just kind of winks and he says, "Oh, that for a batch of 6, that'll be 2 silver."
All right, here you go, and I'll hand it to him.
All right. He says, "Anything for Sister Yolanda."
Thank you. You wouldn't happen to know where I can find a large bundle of incense as well? That is critical to the ritual that we need to do.
How much is a large bundle? We talking like a few pounds worth, a couple silvers worth? What are we talking about?
I'm willing to spend 150 gold for these incense.
Okay. And he turns around and he looks he looks past the little green stand there and he goes, "Okay, The green stand's going to have about 50 golds worth. The red stand with the tent on top is going to have about another 50. As for the rest of it, you might want to talk to the green stands about where they could get you some delivered.
No, well, it is
They
very important that we get it as soon as possible.
They could have it to you within the hour, but they're not. No one here is going to have that much.
Understood.
But within the hour, if you pay them 100 gold, they will get it to you within the hour.
Understood. I can absolutely do that then. Thank you so much. And
no problem.
I'll hand him an extra gold. This is just for the help.
Oh, well, shit. Today is a profitable day.
Yeah.
Also, real quick question. I just realized I have this in my inventory. Where can I go and get this appraised? And she plops down a gold bar.
Oh, forgot about those.
And 3 grams of gold.
And he just kind of sits there. Missy. You gonna want to put that right back in your bag.
Yep. And Phraan's gonna be like covering the area.
I figured
I could like
talk to the church. They're the only ones who would handle something that big, or the bank. But the bank is a subsidiary of the church, so talk to the church. Also, for your own safety, don't go flash around a goddamn bar of gold.
Well, I mean, I figured maybe you could appraise it or something, but I mean...
I'm a goddamn spice merchant, mate.
I don't know. People have many talents.
Many talents? Who the hell just moonlights as a goddamn appraiser? Fuck.
So
sorry,
we're gonna go, and he's gonna like
go.
Goodbye. You
right,
have
take my stuff.
Great rest of your day.
Later.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And so I'm
you
gonna
can tell Serafina doesn't get out much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, you hear under the breath of the merchant, he goes, "Blessings of Torn's ass." What the fuck?
So, as Phraan is walking to one of the places to get like the incense, he's gonna like pull Calypso close. He's like, "Look, if you have questions, have me ask them for you, because we don't want an incident. We also don't want people being aware of who you are and what you have. Otherwise, you are going to get robbed." For your safety. And for my neck. Please don't.
I don't think anybody here really knows who I am anyway.
If I do some intel and find out even a smidgen of people are suspicious of who you are, that's enough.
Do you know anyone that knows already?
And Phraan, as you are talking, I need you to make a perception check.
Oh,
what is your passive perception actually?
Let me pull that up 1 second.
Yeah, we're gonna go with your passive perception because you're currently talking and things like that.
Passive perception is a 14.
Okay. For a split second, you see what almost looks like a familiar set of armor walking down the market across the way from you. As y'all are walking down the center of the market here, there's someone over here with what looks like golden hair and blue armor that you recognize for a split second, but they just disappear in a crowd.
And he's not gonna mention anything to Calypso. He's just going to like pull her close.
What?
He's gonna be like, shh, just, I promise you, I will not make any moves on you, but I need you to stay as close to me as possible.
What is going on?
I'm pretty sure I just saw somebody, but I couldn't recognize them right away. The armor was very... We'll talk about this later. Just trust me, okay?
Okay.
Wonderful. So he's going to...
She kind of pushes him away.
He's just like, I just said, It's fine. Fine. I get it. If you're disgusted by me, I understand, but this is for your safety. And so he just kind of like pulls her closer, but not like bodies touching, just close enough to where we're almost arm in arm.
Fran, as you do so, you also pull her hood over her head, which again is that hood that you've been having since you
the
got
stealth
it from
cloak.
Yep.
Yeah, the stealth cloak. So it makes it harder for people to notice you. But you all go on with your day. You talk to the merchants, and the kind of old woman standing at the green tent after you've gotten the 50 delivered to the church from the red tent. The one from the green tent, her mouth kind of drops when you say 100 gold's worth. She goes, "We can do that."
Oh, well, thank
30
you.
minutes. Where do you want it delivered? We could do that.
To the church.
And she pulls out her
church would be nice.
And she goes, "Oh, the church." And she goes ahead, pulls out her book, and she writes down real quick. And she's like, "Are you paying up front?"
Yes.
And you pull out 100 gold in a bag and hand it to her. And she turns around. Her neck almost snaps. "William!" Yes, Grandma. "Get this much worth and bring it. Get it to the church in 30 minutes, or else I will tan your hide to the point people think you are a man of color."
What?
And he is a pale redhead. Yes, Grandma. Yes, Grandma. And he opens, and he sees the note. He's like, "Oh, yes, Grandma." And he just kind of, you see him, "Hi, bye." And you just see him book it. And the grandmother turns around just grinning and rubbing her hands together. "Is there anything else I could get for you?"
What else do you have here?
"Well, we have wares as well, such as, in your case." And she actually opens the door for you to walk behind the grounds.
And he lets Calypso step in first.
There's a table in the center of this space that actually has rare fabrics on it, with purple, red, violets, pinks even. There's a dark black satin fabric there. And she's like, "Now, we don't put anything together, but these fabrics could be fashioned into all sorts of things. They range from 25 gold up to 250 in value. And that's for a 10-yard bit. That's some expensive fabric."
Do they have any special qualities to them?
"Well, I mean, these are imported from the Dayhand, a country across the sea, made by, I believe they're called the Otuk. A group of people, big, like, we're talking like 8-foot tall, pig-faced men and women. But they're known for their craftsmanship and have a long history and culture when it comes to clothing and fabric."
I'll tell you what. We are planning on coming back to the market tomorrow. Will you be open?
Yes, it'll be Sunday, so we'll be open all day. That's the market day.
If you could put away that beautiful black satin for me.
That is 100 gold for a 10-yard bit.
Yes.
All right. All right. And she just kind of throws her hands up. He goes, "You want 10 yards? You want 20 yards? What do you want?"
Give me the 10 yards. I don't need too much of it. And just for good measure, here is half of it up front. And he'll hand her 50 gold.
Oh, all right. And she smiles, and she goes, and you see her actually take it, and she lines it up on the cloth table, and she cuts it for you right then and there, folding it, putting it together. And she actually stops for a second, and she goes, "One moment." And she actually reaches underneath and opens a drawer full of what looks like very beautiful jewelry. And there is what looks like a branch made of gold with gems lining it as if they are the leaves of a cherry blossom plant.
Oh.
And can I ask what that is?
This is for you, miss. Thank you. And she goes ahead and she puts it with the black fabric, and she immediately, Phraan, goes ahead and hands over the black fabric to you with that jewelry piece sitting on top.
Oh, are you sure? I can pay the extra for it.
You've offered us damn near 200 gold today. We're good. We're even. And she kind of goes ahead and picks up the gold branch, and it's small. It's probably about 3 inches in length, and you see that it's a hairpin, and she offers it up to
Calypso.
to Phraan.
Oh.
No, to you, Phraan.
Oh.
It's only right that you put it in her hair. And she then takes the fabric back and bags it for you.
And Phraan looks at the pin and then looks up at her. May I?
Sure, but what is it?
It's a pin. A hairpin.
Okay. I'm just confused. I've never seen people just give away stuff like this.
Honey, I'm not giving away a damn thing. You guys paid for our livelihood for the next 2 months. And she just goes back to like bagging things.
It's a gift. Consider it that. I was planning on fashioning you something out of the silk as well, but this will also help. And he puts it in your hair.
Okay.
All right. So, with that, that is an item that y'all will have to take the time to look at because it does have some stats. It is sometimes people don't realize what they have until they give it away. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
You know, to this old woman, it's a beautiful trinket, something that she's had for a while. But to you guys, it may actually have some benefit. All right. So going from there, you guys gather your tools and everything, and you start heading into the church. Yolanda has actually set aside an entire room for you, and it is actually in the back. It's one of the prayer rooms that has been cleared. All the chairs have been pulled out. The only thing left.
Did we get everything that we needed?
Oh, everything else was, yeah. We bought everything, and we have everything now.
Okay.
Yeah, and it'll be about 30 minutes until that other bout of incense arrive. But you have everything you need, and essentially, Phraan starts prepping. The scroll was something that you could get from Yolanda as well. It was an unwritten magic scroll.
I figured everything else we already had on hand. The money, because I mean it's the Church of Merchants, so we have plenty of the money. The 2 platinum that I borrowed from Gragnar. We bought the white sage, we bought the candles, the scroll that we can get from the church as well. We have the trinket, and then of course the incense that we bought. So we have everything.
Okay.
Yep.
And so y'all go to that room, and you watch Phraan go ahead and start putting things together, Calypso, as you see him be very studious. Normally, like you said, like everyone knows, he's a bit of a playboy and things like that, but in this moment, it's the most serious you've seen him be, where in which he is one for one recreating this room where he puts a 5-sided star on the floor, a form of protection. He puts the candles in the different locations and takes the final candle, putting it in the center, as he begins to melt it over the pile of gold and platinum, the 50 gold and the 2 platinum, as required by the instructions. You see him go as far as to take the magic scroll and begin to by hand write it out. You've never seen anyone make a magic scroll in front of you. And for all intents and purposes, it shouldn't work like this. Like it's very odd to see someone who is not magically inclined create a scroll, but it's almost as if it's more like an instruction manual. You're seeing that there's no magic being imbued, that the scroll itself is magical, but what Phraan is doing seems odd to you because you've never seen magic quite like this done before, despite being in a place where magic is studied as a science. Phraan, you are basically doing what you've been taught in the Kingdom United, the type of magic that can be that can be used by almost anyone so long as they have the knowledge.
Right.
But you also recognize that it takes a lot out of the person who casts it. And something you haven't mentioned to anyone yet is that this is probably going to knock you in your ass for at least a day.
Yep.
We're going to go ahead and cut over to Gragnar, who is currently doing what?
Hold on, I had to let Manly out. I'm back. Okay, what'd you say?
Ragnar, what are you doing in this moment?
It will be right back.
Okay.
Making my testing thing that I...
Testy.
This is not gonna go well.
My room
So what
is
were the
going
first
to be
two
destroyed.
What were the first 2 rolls you did, Gragnar?
The first two were really good. I think it's the third one that I was like,
That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
Okay. Let me find the DM. Hold on. 17 and 22.
Okay. So you start tinkering around, and your first day is really good. You start messing with things. It starts to sizzle a bit, and you get worried, but then it like settles, and you end up with what is essentially a gelatinous brick of clay. You tried mixing in a lot of soot and a bit of dirt in order to go ahead and give it that clay-like consistency, and you ended up with this kind of brown and grayish, kind of almost looks like swirly of clay that you're able to go ahead and wrap around. You recognize that you're going to need something to ignite it, and that's the thing you'll have to work on the next day. But for the most part, you've created.
It's fine.
You've created your first test version of it, and it looks pretty stable. Looks pretty good. But it is only about 10 to 12 ounces of it.
Write that down.
Again, you're trying to make small amounts so you can figure out what you need.
I'm just gonna put 11 ounces of gack is what I'm calling it. Gack. What is the? Right. Let me read off the exact thing I wrote down. He's calling it gack because it's the sound that people makes when they get hit by it.
Inspired by the poor illicit he blew away.
We support this message.
In remembrance of, and it's just like the three undead illithid in the clouds being like crying, like Gragnar's like, in remembrance of the poor bastards.
I'll be right back.
All right, and with that, we're gonna go ahead and move to Sam.
Hold on, I was choking on a piece of popcorn. Hold on 1 second.
Damn, you move fast with Garem.
What?
No, you fucking did it! Oh my god!
What? Aaron, I was choking on a piece of food. You can't do that. What did you say?
I said you move fast with Garem.
That's none of your fucking business.
Oh god!
So the two of you are now sitting down with a good meal of fruit and things like that that'll help with the hangover.
Okay.
Garem is sitting across from you at this kind of small little round table in the corner. Both of you were feeling very antisocial, I assume, and just kind of took the smallest corner table you could.
Okay.
And one of the barmaids, who's one of the nuns that works the church, proceeds to bring you some ale and brings Garem this bottle that he requested. And it seems to be a draconic drink. And he just immediately passes off 3 gold to her. And she smiles and walks away. And the bottle, this is actually inspired by some work that Haversack, the guy who created the loaves, the halfling bread, is working on right now. He's actually working on a bottle that's designed to look like a dragon's head, like a neck of a dragon. And you see it has this metal hinge where the jaw should be. He opens it and he pours himself and you a glass, and you smell this almost cinnamon smell.
Ooh.
It's strong though. It's very strong.
Spicy.
And he goes ahead and he pulls out a pack of matches. And he says, if you don't burn off the ends.
No, keep it.
He's like, if you don't burn it off when you pour it, the cinnamon will make you gag like you're dying. And he proceeds to light it. And he lights the top, so both of them, and it's this big old burst kind of upward. And then it burns for a little bit, and he puts his hand over his, and then over yours, and puts out the fire. And he knocks back a shot.
When is a turkey?
And I look at him, I'm like, how theatrical. And then I take mine and I'll shoot mine back too.
How's that turkey looking?
Oh, I already took it out.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I wrapped it up and I just put it on the stove, so it needs to rest for a little bit.
I thought this was in character. I was very confused.
Yeah, no. Sorry. We're making a turkey because Beck's dad gave us a whole ass turkey.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So it's settling, but it's ready. And he kind of nods. He goes, "Yeah, but it's my favorite drink." And he knocks back a second shot again. He lights the top, and he knocks back a second shot. He's like, "It's not the strongest thing in the world. It's only about 80 proof." And he goes ahead and does a third one. Again, in less than 2 sentences.
I thought this man was resting.
He is resting.
And he offers up the rest of the bottle to you because it looks like it's just enough for like 6 shots.
Okay.
So
I'm just gonna start sipping it. Fuck the fire. I'm just gonna start sipping it.
Okay. Roll a Constitution save.
Okay. Hold on.
And here we go.
This is either gonna be really good or really bad. Hold on. I'm pulling up my sheet right now. My thing's moving super slow.
Or
no, it's fine.
So good it's bad, or it's so bad it's good. I'm not a poet.
The world may never know.
Oh, well. He has so many talents. Poetry is not one of them.
No.
You need 15 to pass.
I need a 15? Okay. I'm pulling up my sheet. I just need a reminder of my constitution. So hold on. Oh, so that's just a flat roll, so hold on.
You know what's not flat? Dead ass.
Stop looking, you dirty birdie.
Kind of hard not to. That booty too thick.
Oh, that's bad.
That's an 8.
That's
No.
bad.
You took a sip and you just fucking go unconscious.
So you took a sip and you go, and you gag on it, and he just kind of looks at it and says, I told you so.
I know you told me. I
wanted to be a big girl.
I'm ambitious.
You now have this perfumey, like obnoxious perfumey taste of cinnamon on you. But also there's this burning sensation in the back of your throat, almost like somebody has literally lit your throat on fire.
Ugh.
He lights a match and he says, bite the match.
I'll do it, and then I'll bite the match.
As he lights it and you go to put it in your mouth, you bite down on it. There's this kind of burst a bit, like you feel the gases expand and they come out the corners of your mouth, and you kind of a bit. But like as you do, you can taste the soot from the match that was lit, but the cinnamon is gone and the burning sensation is slowing down. It's not actually cinnamon that gives it that taste. It's a small pepper. It's only about the size of your pinky.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, again, it's my favorite drink. It's what I used to drink with the other guards back when I worked.
Is it called Fire Brew?
No, actually. Fire Brew is worse than this. Like he got something for his own taste. It's known as salamander spit, is what we used to call it, but its actual name is lavender kiss, I believe, despite the fact that it has nothing to do with lavender. I don't know why, but we called it salamander spit for fun. And he just looks exhausted as he's sitting there with you.
So now that it's just me and you, tell me what brings you here. What keeps you stuck here? You know, you could go about your business. I know you love the kid. I can't blame you. I'm growing quite fond of her myself, but why put yourself through all this?
Oh, well, it's pretty much been it's been said in everything but words, but I dated her mom before she got married.
Oh no, what a surprise.
Yeah. And I was obsessed with my job.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I was still training a lot of people. You see, the queen, or rather the princess at the time, had started to purge a bunch of crooked fucks. And unfortunately, there were a lot, so I ended up doing a lot of extra work. That includes training, coming up with a new training schedule, doing all these things, and before I knew it, a whole year had gone by without us ever saying anything to each other that wasn't business. And by
not
that
exactly
time,
sparking romance there, huh?
yeah. And what ended up happening was there was somebody she was talking to daily. And I know when I'm not wanted in a room, so I broke it off.
You broke it off with
Her
Majesty?
Yeah.
That's some balls, my friend.
She was happier with the other guy, aka Calypso's dad. And in a kind of weird way, I think it was the best thing to do. Calypso's childhood was pretty damn good. You know, mom, dad loved them a lot. I trained them. And the one kid I thought of like a son ended up hitting it off with her. So I just kind of kept myself in the background. But when everything went to shit and she wanted to leave, she left. And I realized I was spending my entire life helping raise a family that wasn't my own. Don't regret it. Not a damn way. Not a damn bit. But you end up 52 and realize that you spent damn near 40 years doing that.
That's pretty heavy, dude.
Yeah. And now everything's gone to shit. And some assholes ruining my sacrifice. So I'm making this personal.
I mean, started out pretty personal.
Yeah, but her uncle's always been a dick.
From what I've heard.
He's just become more of one. I used to defend him, you know. He was always about science and progressing magic and all this shit. And I used to have to defend him from Seraphina's mom. It was ridiculous. And at the time, I thought he was like trying to at least be semi-decent person, you know. But now with everything that's being said in the book, everything that's going on there, I don't fucking know, mate. Oh, I don't fucking know. And he goes ahead, he raises his hand for more drink.
But you still haven't quite answered my question, though. As fond as you are of the kid, she's not yours. Nope. And if anything, you would think looking at her is just a reminder of what you've lost or what you couldn't have. Not to, you know,
and that's the funny thing.
At you or anything.
No. But here's the thing. She does remind me. She reminds me of the good times, the smiles. She reminds me of when she was 6 years old and she was scared of thunder. She reminds me of when her father and her snuck out to go to this theater when the entire castle was supposed to be on lockdown. Drove me nuts. But I did what I needed to do to make sure people were happy. I don't regret that. Again, I don't. Some people might look back and say, yeah, the kid's going to remind you of all the bad things. No. That kid is a representation of the best thing I could have done. Oh my God. Which is let her mom and dad be happy.
Wiggly bits. If anyone hasn't been paying attention, if you look at the chat.
I'm not that kid's father. I'll never be their dad. I don't want to be their dad. They got a dad. Hopefully he's still good. But I'm sticking around because I literally got nothing else, and I don't care to have much else. If that makes sense. I've never been in the dating scene. I've never you see how fucking straight-laced I can be, and I don't even mean to be. You don't tell a damn soul what I'm about to say.
Stays with me. Does not leave this booth.
I don't hate Phraan.
I knew it.
Oh my god!
I think he's a punk ass bitch. I think he's a
Yes!
dumbass. I think he's full of himself. And I swear to God, if he ever, I don't think he would ever do it, but if he ever made anybody cry, whether it's Serafina or not, if he stuck his dick in somebody and he decided he would want to hold up on it, I'd castrate his ass, but that's no different than any other person. I just want him to stop clowning around. I get he's a bit of the comic relief. But again, I'm 52. 53 next month, actually. And I can't promise I'll be around by the time this is all said and done.
Well, if you are around by the time it's all said and done, I think you should tell him that you
Fuck
don't
off.
dislike him. I think that would
Fuck
make
off.
his millennium if you did.
He
But
reminds
with
me
that-
too much of another annoying little punk who hung around Serafina way too damn long. Problem is, this one fucking knows that he's supposedly big dick energy.
Or maybe it reminds you of another young little punk that perhaps you used to be one day long ago.
God, no, I was terrified to do anything that he would do as a kid. My mother would have skinned me alive and used me as a goddamn throw rug or a pair of boots.
Well, when it comes to mothers, I think his is strict enough as it is from what we've seen.
Oh, yeah, no, Yolanda's pretty on point with how my mom was, actually.
Mm-hmm. So,
And he kind of zones out a bit. As you can see, he's remembering something.
But with that being said, also, when all of this is said and done, granted, we don't all get fucking massacred, within the next couple of days. If you did want a little bit more, to add to your life beyond this, there's always room on the ship. Have you ever tried pirateering? Have you ever tried sailing? Have you ever tried sea travel?
And he looked at you and he
That
goes,
was an emotional story.
"You
Yes,
want me
yes, it was. Don't take
on
my
your ship?"
uncle away.
Yeah, why the fuck not? You're strong. You can pick up heavy things. You're observant. You can fight. We need someone like that on the ship. And you're not too bad to talk to, I guess.
Sure. Sure, why not? And he kind of laughs a bit, and it's this deep, guttural laugh that kind of stops the room for a second. You've never heard him laugh. You've only seen him smile like once, and it's this kind of deep, guttural, almost like the you know how the Santa laughs? Like the
Yeah, the belly laugh.
Yeah, the deep belly laugh. And
Yeah.
it's guttural, it feels cheerful, but it's also
That's
very
cute.
tired. And he sits there and he says, 3 more of the dragon. And they bring it over. This is all we've got left of it. He's like, that's fine. I'd rather drink it than have somebody who doesn't know half shit about it.
Oh,
And he takes a big glass instead of a shot glass. You both have them now. He pours you both a big glass, and he lights a match. He lights them, and he slams his hand down on top of it. To our future captain.
And I'm gonna hold mine up like cheers him and stuff, and we'll be like, to new adventures.
Yeah. I will kill him, though, if he sleeps with her and denies it. And he knocks it back and turns it upside down and slams it.
Oh, I'll help you.
Fucking bastard. And he goes ahead and you guys begin to finish that. You finish the meal. You finish your meal. You finish those drinks. And funnily enough, despite how heavy it is, Sam, you're not feeling nearly as drunk. And you have a feel. It kind of hits you that lighting the top of it, for some reason, also lowers the hit that comes from the alcohol.
Wow. It gives me that warm and tingly feeling.
All right. Going back to Gragnar, I need you to roll a Constitution save for me because you said you were in the room, the door is shut, and you've been messing with chemicals.
I want to open the window.
The windows don't open in this building. It's a church.
Oh shit. God damn, that was actually a really good roll. I should probably invest in a gas mask. Pseudo 20.
Pseudo 20.
Oh my god.
So at some point you start smelling stuff and you're kind of gagging. You're like, oh shit. And you kind of open the door real quick and start like airing it out.
Man's almost passed out.
Yeah, I was literally. What was going to happen if you failed it? If you failed it, I was going to have you lay there unconscious till they found you.
Oh no.
But you open the door real quick, and it's that moment that you step out. You actually smell fresh air. You're like, oh, there's a huge difference between what is in there and out here.
Man, I'm glad I have.
Your eyes actually start watering from the fresh air, and you're like, okay, I might have to stop for the day. And you've been at it essentially the entirety of the time everybody's been gone. So I would say an hour.
I'm gonna go find a gas mask.
Yeah, about 2 hours go by, and you're doing this. At this time, Sam,
I'll literally go ask around in the church if they have a spare one. If not, I will literally go to the market and buy one myself.
Well, here's the thing. As a cobalt, you know how to make one.
Oh,
essentially a basic gas mask, because you remember kobolds are very good with that kind of thing.
Mm.
And they you live. So kobolds are very good with tinkering, but they also live underground where there's natural gases and things like that. So in my head, it would make sense.
Oh, I thought that he was just inhaling the natural gases and then he became immune to it.
Gragnar pulls Gragnar walks in like in League of Legends. He goes to Zaun and he's just like, ah, yes, finally fresh air.
Dies.
Ragnar's the type of dude that drinks toxic sludge and is like, just like mommy used to make it.
Delicious, my favorite.
I just want to backtrack just a small bit. Whenever Garem said, "I don't hate Phraan," you could literally hear Beck just fucking lose it in the background.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I can hear Beck go, "I knew it." Yes, so Phraan doesn't know it, but Garem is reminded of Calypso's dead husband. Yeah, because of how much you glued to her hip.
You know what the difference is? Calypso, between me and your dead husband, just because I know who he's based off of and I know the lore behind it now. I actually paid for it and you didn't have to use your money. And I don't owe you shit.
Damn, got him.
Okay, but in all seriousness, that man owes me money. Okay, he owes me so much more.
I didn't know that.
Okay? Yeah, he owes me so. I will fight a god for that.
Yeah,
Lee, I thought you were actually talking about fuck, what did I name him?
No.
I forgot what I named my husband. But anyway.
Could you imagine?
So I want to bet. So Lustrious, outside the game, I want you to know that I was in the bedroom when Beck was playing that scene in Genshin, and Beck the entire time was like, "Where am I getting my fucking money back?"
Never. You're never getting it back.
Beck was like, "Does that take my actual money? Do I have currency that it took from me?"
Yes,
Beck
it did.
stopped. It did. Yeah. And Beck is like legitimately going through. He took my actual fucking money.
motherfucker robbed me of my money.
And I was getting ready for
That's what I
work.
named him. I named him Adonai.
I was getting ready for work,
She
and I
said,
just
wait a minute, I done got swindled.
I done been swindled out of my hard-earned loot. Look here, motherfucker.
And everyone
His name is
kept telling me,
Adonai. I
it's
remember
okay.
now.
It's okay. Child's gonna pay for it. Yeah, well, Child also is the reason that I lost my money in the first place. He got me into this.
But he paid you back.
Not all of it. It's alright. I
She said,
robbed his
what
bank.
kind of jive-ass robbery?
Oh, no.
Anyway.
But yeah,
And,
no,
so-
if that's the case with the gas mask situation, Gragnar's literally gonna make one and keep going.
Jesus
You,
Christ.
Lord.
We'll say this. You actually start heading downstairs and gather. You go down to. There's a fire actually burning in the main office. You remember, and you go into there and you start. You look around. You find coal, and you get coal, and you're planning on grinding up some of that coal as well as some rocks along with it. You just need to find a fabric that can be used as a filter.
Let me check my inventory. I might have one.
Didn't you take a sock from somebody?
I have a green satchel. I also have a bag of gold, so technically I can just dump the gold. What? I don't. I have a bag of gold, but right next to it says "not sure how much." Because I got it. I think we were downstairs in the basement, not from the vaults.
Nope.
Because I don't want to die.
Nope.
I think it was off of one of the
No.
Illithid.
It was yes. No, it wasn't the Illithid. You got it. It was a bag of gold you stole from the pile.
Oh, yep.
And you were going through that guy's stuff. So give me a
Yep.
sec. I'm gonna go ahead
Oh,
and
yeah,
roll.
yeah.
I'm gonna roll some dice.
I also need to go
Uh,
get my bar of gold and 3 grams of gold appraised.
I also still
There's-
have a single bar of gold from that too.
There is in that bag of gold. There is let's see. That's 6, 8. There's 20 gold in there.
That's not bad. There we go. 20 gold.
Yeah, some people aren't walking around with platinum. Thank you.
I'm gonna dump
Yeah,
that in.
Ragnar.
It's fine. I'm just gonna dump that into the bag, and I guess I can use like the bag from the bag of gold.
Okay. So yeah, you look
Sure.
at it and you look at it and you recognize that the bag is actually big enough to fit around your snoot with the little handles on it. You could actually like tie it behind you. So what you do is you take the coal and you grind the coal up and you put it in there and you wrap up the bag so that it's this long kind of tube and you put it on your face and you can smell the coal from it. And you decide you're going to grind up some rocks and things like that as well. And you put that in there, which helps space it a bit more. But you do a fine grind of rocks and coal, which makes you a makeshift mask.
Okay, I'm gonna type in ghetto gas mask.
You're just
Alright,
gonna,
there you go.
you're not gonna get what you want. It's gonna be literally like a face mask with holes.
I mean, that's better than what I was imagining. I just imagined he put the fucking bag on his head.
I imagine Gragnar's.
It's a paper bag with a funnel.
I imagine Gragnar's bag of holding is just a fucking middle-aged lady's purse.
I mean, do we
full
want
of
to
receipts and trash?
Do we want to list off all of the bullshit that is
I
in
can
my
see
inventory?
Not right now.
Oh yeah.
no.
And it has a couple hard candies in it too.
So
Anyway.
at this time, we're gonna say that everyone kind of finishes eating and doing stuff, and as y'all begin to kind of walk back, y'all actually all run into each other in the main space of the church.
Not me.
It's now
I'm still doing the
Yeah,
ritual.
you're still doing your thing, but that door is wide open while you're doing it because you want airflow. Again, you know you're gonna have that incense, and then everyone else kind of coalesces in front of that, and you guys see this beautifully elaborate and intricate setup of that is this room where in which he has the 6 candles all put together. In the center is this pile of gold and platinum that he's now dripped of this golden and white candle across in this kind of intricate design that looks like each gold piece is kind of laid flat with the like a canvas for the wax to be dripped on. None of y'all have seen any form of magic like this. Again, this is something directly tied to the Kingdom United and is considered a sacred act. And what Phraan is doing would be considered treason.
Lit.
I'm committing.
Does Serafina recognize this sort of? I know you said it looks strange to me, but
it looks like a mismatch of like magic you've seen, but it's like a cobbled together thing. Like there's a little bit of draconic magic, there's a little bit of like elven magic, there's a little bit of dwarven magic, there's a little bit of, it seems to be cobbled together from a lot of different things, and it gives you the feeling that it's not focused on any true like background, that it is kind of knowledge in its truest form thrown together in the most utilitarian way. It's got a purpose, and that's all you're feeling from it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like some rituals
she's just kind of like she's just kind of watching Phraan and studying like just the scene and just
Again, he's been at this for 2 hours as everyone else kind of comes in the room. Sister Yolanda comes in and she kind of sees it and she's like, "That's a lot of incense."
Wait, wasn't she the one that told us to get that?
She was the one who gave you she didn't tell you how much. She doesn't know
she
how
gave
much
us the okay.
Yeah, the list was given to you by Inquisitor A.
Oh, okay.
So she sees essentially pounds worth of incense. Pounds of pounds, 150 gold. Okay, it's like five gold for like a pound of incense.
Yep.
So you have over 150% more.
Damn.
Yeah. And so what ends up happening is as you're doing this, as you're putting this together, you all walk in the room, and Sister Yolanda actually goes up to these beautiful glass windows that are in this room, and she cracks them open by grabbing a long kind of rod and reaching up and opening the pan windows. Phraan, you didn't even know that could happen. You didn't know that was a thing, but yeah, apparently whenever these rooms that are used for prayer are used, they can actually crack the windows open. Not by much, probably about 2 or 3 inches.
That's enough
but
to get airflow.
Yep. And so Yolanda walks over and says, "What do I need to do? Anything I can do to help?"
For once, no. You can relax. I did buy you an extra set of candles, so there are some beautiful white and gold candles sitting outside the door for you.
And she walks out and she goes, "Oh, these are 20 gold apiece."
Yes.
I also had a question.
Yes.
Can you appraise these? And she
shows her the gold bar and 3 grams of gold or whatever.
Yeah, and she looks at the 3 grams of gold. That's going to have a standard price. This, and she flips it over and goes, "Oh. You didn't show this to anyone, did you?"
Nope.
She showed it to one of the merchants.
I thought he could appraise it.
Did he see the bottom of it?
He did not.
I don't think so.
Is that the gold we got from the pile upstairs?
Wait, that's right.
That's the gold that has the mark of the Kingdom United on it.
Yeah.
Did we get that from that? Did we get that from the pile upstairs?
It was
no. It was the gold.
Where did we get it?
So y'all got it when Gragnar burnt down the fucking place.
Yeah.
Because Gragnar, that was the one time you split loot.
It was like illegal gold or something.
Yeah, that was the one time because you were in such a good mood. You split loot with people. That was the one time you did it.
Nobody ever asked. But if it's shiny, maybe.
Yolanda, she did not show the bottom of it. She placed it down in front of him. He did not touch it, and I made sure that she put it back without showing anything.
All right. I will melt this down.
Good idea.
And
I also have a gold bar.
We will go. You have one as well.
I don't know if it's the fucking.
Man?
Yeah, that's man. He was
Oh,
outside in the
cute.
hallway screaming, so I brought him in here.
He's so cute.
So as
I got it from upstairs. I don't know if it's a Kingdom United one. I had other ones, but they have already been taken care of.
I see. And you pull it out, and that bar is not Kingdom United, but it is still has.
You're cutting out, DM.
So you pull out the bar and you look at it, and it's not a Kingdom United bar, but Sister Yolanda can take it, and she's like, "I'll take it, and I'll get you an equivalent exchange for it in actual coin."
Woo.
Yay!
Fuck
All right.
yeah.
And she goes ahead and she takes it, and she goes, "Be safe."
I will.
Who?
No promises.
All right. So this is where shit gets real.
I'm going to need your blood.
Okay. How much?
Not much. And he sits her down in the center of the protection symbol.
Yeah, you're sitting right in front of the gold, and Phraan pulls your hand out in front of it.
And he looks at the hand that has the black spot. Now, with any blood ritual, this is going to hurt because, I have to stab you. Just letting you know.
Okay.
Ready?
And you...
Can I roll?
What do you want to roll for? Just to be like,
I guess readiness.
Readiness. You know what? Vibe check. Vibe check.
Vibe check, Calypso.
Roll
Is
a
that just
20
a straight
and
20?
A 20 and a D4.
20 and a D4. Okay.
So the vibe check is doubling as a guts check right now.
Okay, here's the D20. 17 and a D4. So 21?
That's good. That's really good.
That's really good.
21.
21.
As everyone is there, Phraan has you all step back, and there are some seats on the very edge of the room that y'all can sit on. Phraan goes ahead and takes his dagger, and this is the shitty part about this particular ritual. He has to stab all the way through your hand.
I didn't know that.
So as you hold your hand out, he rotates it so that your hand is vertical, straight up and down, and he takes a dagger, a simple dagger that he got from the church, and he stabs it slowly through your hand.
Why wouldn't you just do it in one?
I
can't do
quick.
that.
This fucking hurts, Phraan.
That's why I warned you.
And it goes right between your two middle fingers, and it sits there. He lets it sit there, and the blood begins to trickle down onto the pile of gold and wax. And Phraan, I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom roll with advantage for me.
Woo!
My
My wisdom's not that bad, actually. Wisdom roll with advantage?
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, so one of them's a 17, the other one would be a 12. So I'll take the 17.
You pass. My rolls against your wisdom were a 6 and a 5.
Oh, sweet.
Damn.
All right, so as you begin to do this, you begin to chant. And this is not celestial, it's Sylvan. It's a Sylvan tongue. You're chanting what was written down in the book that A gave you, and you don't know the language. Do you know Sylvan as a language?
Me?
Yes.
I know Elvish and Celestial.
Yeah, I know Common, Elvish, Dwarven, and Goblin.
So Sylvan is kind of the originator of Elvish, of Elven. And so you recognize some of it, but you're merely copying what was told for you to say. And as you do so, about 30 seconds in, the blood you all see dripping, as it drips to the ground, begins to turn black.
Is that normal?
Phraan can't answer you. He's in the middle of chanting. Phraan being there,
she's just
trying to be
looking at her hand, and then at Phraan, and then at the blood. Just, is that normal? He just looks at you like, what are you fucking?
You're like, Phraan, what's going on?
Then Phraan rotates your hand so that the point of the blade is facing down, and Seraphina, you can see the black dot begin to shrink as if it's dripping out of your hand through the back. Phraan, you begin to feel a tug of sorts on your chest, and you recognize that there was a warning that Inquisitor A gave you about being exhausted, but also the spot wants a host.
Yeah.
And the biggest danger to this is that the spot could be moved to you. as the person who's trying to remove it.
Right.
You feel a burning sensation on your hand as it's kind of swelling red, and you then take a second dagger and stab it through your hand.
Wait, why'd you do that?
And
you.
the blood instead of being red, instead of being a regular red, is like this almost violet red, this almost bright red, that drips out. And the blood dripping on the gold begins to melt and kind of move like water. The wax mixing into it, and with that, there's this kind of churningness that occurs as it begins to spread out underneath the both of you. It becomes this thin layer that spreads out to the entirety of the six-sided star, and then becomes a circle at your feet. And you both hear a voice. Everyone in the room hears a voice. It sounds artificial. No, it's not one you recognize. It sounds artificial. Phraan, you recognize this voice as the voice of the magic of the kingdom. Whenever someone of high level casts it, it's said that the gods speak on behalf of the one casting. But you've always had your doubts.
Right.
Again, it sounds artificial. It is a almost mechanical voice. Removal of spot, marking, and decree. Removal. Done in name of, and that's when you need to say, in the name of the five kings.
In the name of the five kings.
Authorization. And you say, Inquisitor, I.
Inquisitor, I.
Verification. Approved. Removal of marking. In the name of the five kings, by Inquisitor I. Thou shalt be as the king's decree. Soul relinquish. Tides paid. Approved. 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 And it continues to repeat approved, 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 as the black spot completely disappears from your hand. And black ichor begins to just fall out of you. It feels as if something's being pulled out from your veins and out from your chest, as if something was circulating through your body that you didn't know about, Calypso. And it is pulled through and out, and the dagger begins to fall out of its own, not back out, but the blade goes through, and eventually the whole of the entire thing, including its shaft, with excruciating pain, as if it's being pulled through you, comes through your hand, and you look over as Phraan's hand is doing the exact same thing.
Ow.
Approval complete. 100% purification. In the name of the kings, have a wonderful day. And with that, the gold then suddenly collapses in on itself into this black ichor, this black ball of ichor that is now sitting there. The platinum that was there sticks from north and south of this orb and suddenly glows as it begins to implode upon itself. Y'all can actually feel wind being sucked in, and it begins to get faster and faster. I need you all to actually make dex saves as it begins to try to pull you towards the center of the room.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Oh, wait, us too?
All of us?
Yes, everyone.
Dex save. My dex save is a +3.
Where the fuck is my dex save?
Hold on.
Hey,
I
high
got a
dex gang,
16.
high dex gang.
Okay.
Oh no, I got a 5.
Oh! 19.
Oh boy.
Oh, I also got a
No.
Okay, so half the party, you're doing
God,
good.
dang.
Gragnar kind of like grips his chair as it begins slowly moving forward, like, nope. Brian, you get pulled forward and you kind of catch yourself, but Seraphina, you and Sam, Calypso, you and Sam get pulled. Sam, you find yourself being almost dragged across the floor as this is being completed, and it's this whirlwind that's being pulled together. There's nothing to grab. There's nothing in this place.
I don't know if this will help. I don't know if this will help. I have an idea.
Can I use my hook?
Oh yeah,
to, like,
your
grab?
hook.
You can use your hook.
She'll use her hook, and I have an idea to help out.
I don't have anything.
I don't know if it'll work, but I have an idea. Hold on.
Am I in like arm's reach of Calypso? Can I
You're not.
grab her?
You're about 30 feet away. This is a pretty.
I have some daggers. Can I just stab him into the ground?
It is a stone floor made of like yeah.
I'm just gonna cast Embiggen on her. Enlarge, excuse me.
Do you want me to like roll the hook on something?
You just fire your hook. The walls are made out of wood and stone, so I'm gonna say roll an attack on the wall, which you have for walls you have to beat a solid 5.
Okay, is that just a flat roll?
No, it would be an attack roll with your foot.
Oh,
Your hook.
okay. Oh, you haven't sent me the stats for the hook yet.
You have not.
Oh, I thought I sent it to you already. Okay, I sent that a long time ago. Okay, so go ahead, roll a d20, add your dex to it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we said. It was your dex modifier to attack.
Okay. If you said it, I just don't remember, but I've also
Yeah.
since then, so. $14?
That's enough. You hook into a wall, because again, you just need to hit a 5 to hit the wall. And you catch yourself, and you feel your leg almost feels like it's being ripped off of you. Seraphina, you actually start falling forward, and then all of a sudden you start growing in size. And Gragnar casts Big In on you, and you double in your size. And so, roll with advantage your dex save now.
Hey, that's better.
Yay!
So you catch yourself as this black, almost pitch black sphere with the 2 platinum sticking out the ends begins spinning and spinning and spinning and implodes upon itself and turns itself into a black coin as it falls.
Oh.
And Phraan, you know immediately no one should touch that. And you begin to pull out the scroll that you wrote. And what it is that scroll has basically, you've designed it to capture a form of magic. Like it's perfectly ready to be casted into it. And you literally pull the scroll out, unroll it, and throw it on top of the coin. And there's this burning sound, guys, as if something is burning through the very ground you stand on. And you see the scroll burst into flames as Phraan lets it go. And suddenly everything turns to ash. And there's no coin, no nothing. The incense then burst into flames around you all. Because this was a curse. And the incense and the sage light themselves in reaction to how strong this curse is. And begin to push the ash. You can actually see the ash trailing out the window as it's being repelled away.
Perfect.
Congratulations. Phraan, you have 3 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, so Phrán's gonna get up and be like, "Can I see your hand?"
Sure.
Is it still bleeding?
I don't know, is it?
It is scarred. It is not
scarred?
bleeding, it is scarred.
Okay, he's gonna like
Seraphina's
inspect her
also
hand.
giant.
Yeah, that's fine. he's gonna inspect her hand and be like, "Okay, perfect." And then he's just gonna collapse on the floor.
Rod, are you okay?
He's
I'm
all
out.
tuckered out.
So at level 3, they have a disadvantage on attack saves, attacks and saves. Speed is halved and disadvantage on ability checks. He is absolutely fucking lutely exhausted.
Yep.
It is a good thing y'all did this day 1 and not day 2.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there any way like I could heal him or?
He needs to rest.
Yeah, I just need sleep.
Little nappy poo.
Charades,
if y'all had a potion,
charades will be postponed until further notice.
If y'all had a potion of what is it? what was the potion I gave you, Gragnar? A potion of
It was a stamina. I think it was a stamina potion.
If y'all had a stamina potion, it would help expedite.
I have
But
one.
they do.
I have one.
No. Sam has my other one. The one that Snack had.
I do.
Because we all got one.
I drank mine.
Give it to the boy.
I forgot. I drank mine earlier.
Isn't there another way? He's just a boy.
So Sam, you have that potion. If you choose to give it to him, you can. But Calypso, you have a scar on your hand that is about as wide as your palm. It actually looks like the palm was split in half between your middle fingers, and it's on both sides. It's on both sides. But that scar is actually the sign that it was a partial failure, because it should have been a full clean thing. Remember, it had to be imperfect so that no one would know it was someone who knew the spell off the top of their head.
That's why Phraan had to do it.
Yeah, if Inquisitor A had done it, he's too proficient in the magic, which is automated for him, that it would have been a perfect thing. They would have known an Inquisitor would have had to do it.
Takes them off the trail.
Mm.
Also, so I'm gonna give Phraan the potion. I'm gonna be like, here, this should help.
I think he's passed out.
He is passed
Yeah,
out.
Phraan is actually unconscious.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just turn him over and just pour it in his throat.
Glug, 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 glug.
When you awake, you'll be
No.
one
I
level
know
less.
exactly what I'm gonna say when I wake up.
Oh,
The moment
You're not gonna
I
wake up right now.
No. I want to wake up right now, even if it's just for a second.
Okay.
So I wake
Go
up
for
for like a moment, and I look up at Sam, and then I look up at Calypso and go, a giant woman. And then I'm gonna pass out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you're still huge.
God damn it.
And now I need art of Phraan looking up at Calypso going, I
Oh no.
That's the next animatic, that's for sure. But as you all kind of have this happen, Yolanda enters the room and holds a finger to her face real quick, to her mouth, and like, shh, and closes the door. And you can hear someone outside that she's talking to, but you can't quite make out what's being said. Does anyone want to try to listen in?
I could.
Oh, I'm dead tired.
Hold on.
I can't do shit.
Not you.
Okay. I'm gonna drop enlarge on her, and I'm gonna cast reduce on myself. So now I'm tiny,
Oh.
You tiny boy.
and I'm gonna go to the door and
You're
listen.
tiny.
So, Gragnar, you actually lean down on the floor. You're able to see what looks like two shadows and two pairs of feet. You see what looks like Yolanda's black boots, but you also see what
Her
looks
black
like
foot.
black boots. But you also see what looks like to be armored shoes standing there with a blue tent. And
I'm gonna. Well, actually, no, I don't, because Demon's doing this, so never mind.
no, you can as well. Do you want to essentially listen in and give him an advantage with his roll?
Yes.
Okay, so I need you to roll a perception check, Gragnar, with advantage.
Oh, thank fuck it's advantage. My perception is god awful.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I'm not gonna lie, those rolls are really bad.
I was gonna say the silence does not tell very good things.
I rolled an 11 and a 12. I do
Oh.
not have a bonus to perception.
So, Gragnar, you make this out.
Wait, do you still have one of my bardic inspirations?
I did
No.
never use that. I actually didn't use
Oh
it.
yeah, I have one
It's been-
too.
It's been days since you gave that to them. That would have to be redone.
Rip.
Oh, I did-
Excuse
oh.
me and Gragnar share a room together.
I thought the inspirations lasted until you used them.
No, they do have a timer on them. if I remember
didn't know
correctly.
that.
Let me double check. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I wake up from a dead sleep to
Be
play my lute.
inspired. Be
Wait,
inspired.
hang
Back to
on.
sleep.
I have a question, DM.
Mhm.
Yes.
Whenever I woke up for that split second and said, "Giant woman," can I have sung it like the song and then inspired everyone?
No.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Come
You
on.
inspired confusion among those who heard you, which would have
But
been
it's inspiration.
it would have been just Serafina and Calypso. I'm sorry, Calypso and Sam. That would have been just them.
That's
But
fine
Ragnar
because
wouldn't have
Calypso
got-
is helping Gragnar.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
fuck,
but-
that's funny.
Fran, it
Okay,
was
but-
not that compelling.
But it would be one of her roles, not Ragnar's role.
Yeah, so I rolled a 12. That is the total.
Okay. So you
If I-
make this
since I
out.
think it's original.
You make out what sounds like some sort of jargon about magic and sensory, and the person seems to have what looks like a sword that they stab into the ground at the foot of Yolanda. And you hear, "Do you wish to get in the way of an inquisitor?"
Fuck.
And Yolanda says, "This is not your place. You have no power here."
I'm
kingdom has
assuming. Sorry, I'm assuming Serafina can hear this as well, right?
Barely. You barely can, yes.
Okay,
And
so
you-
as I'm hearing this, I'm gonna slowly put my hood up and
As you hear this, Yolanda seems to step forward and says, "If you want to start a war, go for it. But understand that your trade routes are ours. We decide what comes and goes here, and you come bursting in here because you sense something wrong in the magic. Something's disturbed in the weave. Doesn't mean you get the right to come in here. It's a place of worship. Of course there are things wrong. You know how many sinners come in here to ask for forgiveness? And whoever this individual is you can just feel this ominous silence as they then go, "We will be back. And you will find that my master, Inquisitor K, will not be approving of your conduct." And you hear her go, "Oh, right. Then let me do this then." And suddenly Gragnar, you see the feet get lifted up and you hear someone yelling. And then you can hear armor being clanged outside a door about 30 feet away. Tell your Inquisitor if he wants to come here, he can come here himself. But do it at the end of the fucking week when the festival's done. And she slams the door, and everyone kind of outside. You hear the very scurrying of the town die quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And then
They said,
the bustling
"Quiet,
starts up.
man."
And then it gets busy again. So, essentially, what y'all can gather is that when you dispelled the spot, the protection you had that sealed it away, that bracelet, was broken down for a second. And apparently, there's an Inquisitor in town. An
Wait, the
Inquisitor
bracelet?
K.
What?
So
there was a
remember you were
bracelet.
the
Oh
bracelet.
yeah, I didn't know that had anything to do with it. Okay.
So the bracelet was hiding it, but because you had to remove it from your body,
Yeah.
it's no longer being blocked by the bracelet.
Oh, I didn't know I removed it.
No. The bracelet's still on you, but the spot was removed.
Oh, okay.
And so what ended up happening was apparently there's an Inquisitor in town, an Inquisitor K, if y'all remember anything about that.
Yeah.
The very Inquisitor who hunted you down in the original town.
Yeah.
Yep, I had a feeling
there's
that's what
so
it was.
many things I could tell y'all, but I'm unconscious.
Which is why it's perfect.
I just love
Well,
it. I'm unconscious.
I mean, it works because Gragnar saw the whole thing, so he'll probably say something. They do share a room, as you said.
That's true.
And
Mhm.
all you know is that someone representing Inquisitor K apparently came because they sensed something.
Okay,
And
so
as that happens, your door flies open, and Yolanda says, What's wrong with him?
The potion, whatever the fuck he did, took a lot out of him. I'm still tiny.
And she looks down at Gragnar and goes, "What the fuck?
But
All
we
of you
don't
need to
hear
get
that.
upstairs."
What?
We
You
don't
thought
hear
we
that.
weren't gonna
All we-
listen? You thought
all
we
we
weren't
hear is
gonna
Gragnar
listen
going,
on that?
Upstairs now! And she slams her foot, and as she does, Gragnar, you get lifted as you're small off the ground.
Can
And the
I
room
be not
visibly
large
shakes.
anymore?
I
You're
dropped
not
that
large
already.
anymore.
Yeah, that you're
Yeah,
normal size
I can't
now.
have
You
that.
are
Okay.
as she stomps, you all feel the ground shake underneath you.
What's
Get
going
upstairs
on?
now.
Oh, do what she says. Do what she says right now.
Yep, I'll
And
crawl
I
into- I'll crawl into
I help
Seraphina's
I help Sam pick up Phraan and carry them.
Mm-hmm.
You do not
I'm
come
in a
out of your
pocket.
rooms not until tomorrow. You understand me?
Okay, is
Understood.
everything okay?
And when you go to talk to the merchant and just take the back room entrance through the kitchen tomorrow
Understood.
when you go to speak.
Understood.
We need to get you that ship as soon as possible. Again, we'll do it on the third day, just like we decided, 2 days from now. But as soon as you get that, all right, we're going to have everything ready for that ship to sail.
Yes, ma'am.
And she looks over at Phraan and she walks up to him and she kind of like looks at him for a second, then she tries smacking him. Snapping in front of his face. Fuck.
Yeah, you know that
rest.
spell he did for me?
I don't care. I don't have time. Go upstairs
Okay.
now.
And I start going.
Yeah, you all go and you can hear
You start
Fran.
crying a little bit.
No, it's just like
You can hear Fran
ow.
feet getting dragged up the stairs, going.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
We drop him, he falls down the stairs.
Wait a minute.
I hopped in
Why are we
Seraphina's.
having Garem carry him?
Hey, Garem!
I'm
Hey,
in Seraphina's pocket.
Garem goes ahead and grabs him off of you guys and picks him up and just throws him over his shoulder. I'm too fucking tired for this shit. And proceeds to walk up the stairs in front of y'all. Y'all all get to the rooms. Do y'all decide to go to your individual rooms or y'all want to hang in one room together?
I guess.
I'm along for the
in one
ride because
room
I'm in a
for now?
pocket.
I'm cool with hanging out in one room.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go with that.
Everyone kind of hangs in one room. Fran gets dropped on the bed like luggage, just kind of. And Garem sits on the edge of Sam's bed, not really paying attention to where he is. And he kind of just hunches over. As he sits there, he hunches over. You know how somebody will lean on their knees as they're sitting?
Mhm.
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 And he just kind of, you suddenly hear him go,
No.
He's all tuckered out.
and
Hey, Gragnar, do you want to get bigger, dude?
Nah, I'm enjoying this.
Okay.
Where are you?
In your pocket.
In your pocket.
Which pocket?
I don't know.
All we hear is me, 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 me,
If you're in my back pocket, I am currently sitting on you.
He's like, yeah.
I was assuming there was a side pocket.
there's not so in the outfit that they have like a low cut V for their chest, so you could be in there. They have
I'm not even gonna lie, it is literally up to Seraphina because exactly how this interaction went. Gragnar's tiny and he essentially went up.
Gragnar, you are reduced by half your size. You were what, how tall were you originally?
Small. So I'm tiny.
So you're Gragnar, what was your height? Because you had
2'7".
So he is 8 foot
Jesus.
and 3 inches.
about the size of a grain of rice.
Size of a baby.
Wait, you can't even fit in my fucking pocket.
Just
A
put him
piece, a piece.
on Fran. It's fine.
Okay. I just kind of plop him on Fran.
About the size of a baby.
I was already the size of a baby. I'm 2'7".
You were the size of a child. Now you're the size of a baby.
You're the size of
You're
a
the
toddler.
You're the size of a preemie right now.
Oh my god. It is almost 10:30, DM.
All right, so we're actually going to go ahead and call it now that y'all are hanging here. Y'all spend the entire night stuck in this room together, as you can hear people running around real quick, cleaning something up, probably that room y'all were in, you hear Sister Yolani barking orders saying, "No one goes upstairs. Quick, get the matches." And and y'all smell something burning.
Oh.
Are we about to die?
Maybe.
You're not sure as to what. But we will end with that smell of burning. We will end it there. Congratulations, the spot has been removed.
You're welcome.
No more death following. Well,
we got
mostly
following us.
Now, who's ready to kill some pirates?
Yay!
Oh,
We'll
I
see how
don't.
that goes.
I don't do that.